All right. Someone asked me to explain M&O compression, and let me be real with you. I have been a financial advisor to Texas public schools for 15 years, and I will tell you honestly, compression is one of the most technically complex calculations in all of Texas school finance. Even people inside the industry find it confusing. So if you've been confused, you're in good company. Let me start simple and then maybe go a little bit deeper. But imagine you have a lemonade stand and every cup you sell is worth $1. You sell 100 cups and you make $100. Now, your neighborhood gets more popular. More people move in, home values go up, and suddenly every cup you sell is worth $2 because the neighborhood has more money. You are selling the same 100 cups, but now making $200. The state looks at that and says, you only needed $100 to run your lemonade stand. You're collecting more than the formula says you are entitled to. So we are going to lower your price per cup. That is compression. When property values go up and your district generates more revenue per dollar of tax rate, the state lowers your rate ceiling to prevent over collection. Now, here's where it gets a little bit more specific. Every school district has a maximum M&O tax rate called the maximum compressed rate, the MCR. The TEA recalculates that ceiling every single year based on how much property values grow. For the tax year 2025, the state set the maximum compressed rate at 0.6322. That is down from 0.6855 the prior year before, which means your property value statewide grew an estimated 5 points. And here is something most people don't know. There are actually two compression calculations happening simultaneously. State compression looks at statewide property value growth. Local compression looks at your specific district's growth. Your district gets whichever produces the lower rate, the greatest compression. And to protect the lower growing school districts, the state has also implemented a floor. No district can have an MCR less than 90% of any other district. So in 2025, the range of possible rates range from 0.5689 to 0.632 per $100 on the high end. Now, the question everyone asks, if my rate is being compressed and I am collecting less, how does my district not lose money? This is called the make whole mechanism. And this is the part that sounds great on paper. So in theory, when the state compresses your rate, it backfills the difference through increased state aid. The total funding your district is entitled to does not change. Only the balance shifts. Less comes from local, more comes from the state. That is the promise. But here is the honest reality. That make whole only works cleanly when the basic allotment, the guaranteed per student amount at the core of the formula, actually keeps pace with what it costs to run a school. And as we have covered in this series, the basic allotment was frozen from 2019 to 2025. When the legislature finally acted, they gave school districts $55 more per student, but in actuality, they needed $1,300. So yes, the state compresses your rate. Yes, the state makes you whole, but being made whole to an inadequate number is not actually being made whole. That is the compression trap in its purest form. The mechanism works exactly as designed. The math checks out on paper, but the foundation it is built on has not kept up with reality. And that is why districts all across Texas feel squeezed when the system is technically functioning the way it was designed to function. The mechanism, guys, is not broken. The foundation it is built on